Conversation continues at this time. Many thanks for staying tuned once again. The matter we're discussing next. Resident doctors commence yet another indefinite strike. Said strike commenced today. Now, speaking of the strike, this was in our news earlier on this morning. Resident doctors are to proceed. Well, pardon me. Resident doctors are to proceed on an indefinite nationwide strike beginning from today, Monday. President of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Okwuahesuyi Uyilawa, told newsmen after its just concluded 2021 National Executive Council meeting in NY that the strike became necessary after the 113 days ultimatum earlier issued the state and federal governments to address the issues of welfare, training and service delivery by resident doctors expired. Now, this next is an update to that story. Resident doctors at the River State University Teaching Hospital and their counterparts at GPTH have joined the indefinite nationwide strike over welfare issues. The president of the Association of Resident Doctors at RSUTA, George Elan, told our correspondent that they joined the strike because the River State government is yet to pay COVID-19 inducement hazard allowance. Once again, a quick listen to what the doctor had to say on the subject matter.
For us, who are resident doctors at the River State University Teaching Hospital, we are not paid the COVID-19 allowance, despite the fact that we are dangerously exposed to the COVID-19 virus disease. Right now, we are on the third wave. As we speak, there's one of our members who is currently down because of attending to a patient. And of course, those who are exposed, they are all at risk now. So the payment of COVID-19 inducement hazard allowance is just a moral booster for us.
What are the reasons and impacts of the latest strike embarked upon by the resident doctors is what we're discussing in this hour. My guest, by the way, was to be the president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Okwuahesuyi Uyilawa. However, persistent calls made to his line have not been answered. He was due to join the conversation via phone from Lagos. But let's get to your take still, especially if you are a resident doctor. And you might be listening now. What do you make of the strike embarked upon by your union? And also, I mean, one way or another, we're all affected by this as Nigerians. So are you affected by this? Maybe not directly, but what do you make of the most recent strike by the resident doctors? And if you've been affected directly, either yourself, maybe you were on admission, or you had cause to visit a state-run hospital, or you have a loved one who's been on admission or needed medical care, and you were affected somewhere or another by this latest, or that person was affected, or the care that person was to receive or received was affected by the strike. Let's hear it as well. And if you also in a medical field, especially public service or state-run medical field, let's get your take on this development as well. The numbers are the same. The lines are open. We got 0817 93 0002, 0817 93 0003, and 0817 93 0007. Live on Facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH, and the WhatsApp is on 0809 0306416. Your thoughts on the latest strike embarked upon by resident doctors across the country. An indefinite strike, this one is. I mean, these days it appears it's a case of when will the strike happen, not if the strike will happen. I remember some days ago, in a different but somewhat related matter, I did say, I think it was sometime last week, I was talking about, I've forgotten what the issue was that I was addressing. But I know that I mentioned something about the ASU embarking on a strike sometime soon. Not if, but just a case of when. And reports have it that the federal government was engaged with ASU in a meeting to forestall an imminent strike. Now, how successful the federal government will be in ensuring that does not happen, it's a different matter entirely. I'm not the most optimistic as far as that move by the federal government is concerned. Something about the federal government and ASU expected to meet in Abuja today in a bid to avert a fresh strike. Some of the issues, non-implementation of the agreement with FG on IPIS, Other issues, lack of payment of earned academic allowance, funding for revitalization of public universities, and salary shortfall. Once again, not quite optimistic as to whether or not the federal government will be able to forestall that strike. But that's not the one we're discussing right now, because that hasn't happened. Only a matter of time, if you ask me. But to the one that has actually taken place or commenced today, the indefinite strike by resident doctors across the country, your take on that situation? Especially, once again, if you are a resident doctor or you are in the medical field yourself. Even if you're a consultant, if you're in the medical field, maybe even a nurse and a doctor, a laboratory scientist even, let's get your take, a physiotherapist, let's get your take. And especially if you're affected by this some or another, and like I did say, some or another, everyone's affected by this, you're affected by this. It's a national matter, so you must be concerned about this. Let's get your take. Once again, I do have a commercial break to attend in a moment, but just send in your comments via WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416, also via facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. I'll go for that commercial break. I will return in a moment. Conversation will continue. Do please stay with us.
Information is a two-way.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Media
said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it. Are you trying to insinuate all these people looting Nigeria's money? You think
This is Nigeria Info, in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
A clean surrounding is a collective effort.
Diseases could be avoided
With good hygiene practice. Be more responsible with how you dispose waste products. The environment will be better looking without litter and exposed garbage. We love our city clean. This message is from 92.3 Nigeria Info.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dio.
Welcome back. I'll stay hard factor 91.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt and died 26 minutes to go before 5 p.m. We've got the news update up for the hour at 5. Discussions continue for the moment and reports have it. Resident doctors have proceeded on an indefinite nationwide strike beginning from today. The president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Okwai Sui Uyilawa, told newsmen after it just concluded 2021 National Executive Council meeting in Amaya that the strike became necessary after the 113 days ultimatum earlier issued to state and federal governments to address the issues of welfare, training and service delivery by resident doctors expired. And an update to that story, resident doctors at the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital and their counterparts at UPTH have joined the indefinite nationwide strike over welfare issues. Now, the president of the Association of Resident Doctors at RSUTH, George Ella, told our correspondent that they joined the strike because the Rivers State government is yet to pay COVID-19 inducement hazard allowance.
For us, who are resident doctors at the University Teaching Hospital, we are not paid the COVID-19 allowance, despite the fact that we are dangerously exposed to the COVID-19 virus disease. Right now, we are on the third wave. As we speak, there's one of our members who is currently down because of attending to a patient. And of course, those who are exposed, they are all at risk now. So the payment of COVID-19 inducement hazard allowance is just a morale booster for us.
All right, there you have it. What do you make of the latest strike by resident doctors? If you are a resident doctor yourself, be good to get your take at this time on this latest strike embarked upon by your union. If you're not a resident doctor, but you're in the medical field in whatever capacity, it'd be great to get your take as well. The lines are open. If you're also a patient who's been affected by this, or you know somebody who's been affected by this directly or indirectly, or you're just a citizen, if you've got any thoughts on this, let's hear it. The numbers are the same, the lines are open. We've got 0817 93 0002, 0817 93 0003, 0817 93 0007 as well. WhatsApp is on 0809 030 6416. We are live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. King is on the line. You're welcome, King. Go ahead.
Good evening, guys.
Go ahead.
Resident doctors embarking on like over the doctors complained and their COVID-19 hazard allowance. But as a person, I keep on saying this. Rivers State governor, the governor who has is not person who has the livelihood of the people in his heart. It's unfortunate that doctors that was exposed to COVID-19, considering the dangers of this disease, these people sacrifice their lives. And a governor to pay them, that should be a stipend in his hand. He couldn't pay them. That is unfortunate. I don't know how to describe this. You get nothing building flyover. We want to turn everybody to witchcraft, so to win and flyover. So I appointed this week administration. They should pay them.
All right, King. We got Ijama from Rumau on the line. Ijama, you're welcome. Please go on.
Good evening, Dario.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I was supposed to have a procedure tomorrow at UPTH.
Oh.
And when I learned of the strike, I called the doctor, and he said there is nothing that can be done that if he attends to me, he will have to pay a fine of, I think, about 100 or so thousand. So that appointment now is put on hold. So I asked him till when. He said till whenever the strike is over.
The doctor to carry the procedure is a resident doctor.
He's a resident doctor.
And I hope the reason you require that procedure, I hope it's not life-threatening.
No, it's not.
Okay, all right. So why don't
something
you?
That I would have wanted done with immediately.
So why don't you consider going elsewhere? A private hospital, yes.
I had already paid. I've down. I'm booked for tomorrow.
Wow. So how do you feel about this then?
Pardon?
How do you feel about this, not being able to go for your procedure because of the strike?
Well, I feel sad. I just recall that some years back when the strike happened, we had to move a patient who was supposed to have a surgery, who was pregnant and needed a surgery that morning to give birth. And by the time we came, there was strike. We had to move out of the place to a private clinic, and we paid so much than what we would have paid there. And in moving out, we ended up not paying again in the hospital because we discharged ourselves without anybody discharging us.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Do you feel any anger right now?
Yes.
Anger towards the doctors or government?
Well, towards the government. Because if the government had done what is right, we wouldn't be here.
You may have a point. Jamal, I hope that things are well with you till the strike is called off. And I hope it's called off soon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. HK from Umigbo, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Go ahead, please.
The strike situation you just mentioned now in our country is a pathetic situation. The government of the day will never do the right thing. I can assure you that patients and even the doctors that are on strike and other health workers are suffering it. But I would suggest that you get one of those doctors or their representatives to come to the studio so that they can interface with the audience and then give more clarification to the issues of this strike, because I understand that there are more issues to the strike than
the president of the resident doctors, president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Okwahesu Uyilawa, was supposed to be my guest for this conversation. We'd spoken, as a matter of fact, at about 4 p.m. we actually had a conversation, a short one. I was to call him from the studio, but persistent calls to him remained unanswered. So.
Okay, that's great, because on the news and other platforms, they listed other issues. Their members being without salary for 20-something months in some chapters, and so on. And then the dilapidated infrastructure in our health institutions. You know, in Nigeria, while our politicians are getting out of the country to get themselves properly fixed when other health matters arise, while we, the populace, are left in this country to rot away. It's pathetic. It's pathetic.
So you're not concerned. You have no problem with the doctors for going on strike?
No, Dayo, the doctors are not an isolation from every other person in the society. Everybody is protesting. Even Dayo, even you in your studio there, you are protesting, because all these issues you raise every day, they are protests. They are trying to draw the people attention to the issues in the society. And every day we discuss issues. With even your rant today, we're trying to draw our attention to the issues in the society. It's a protest in a way. You're trying to create awareness. So people just blocked a bad road recently. Only yesterday they got out of that road. It's a protest. Who is not protesting? The university lecturers are on strike. You know, even the unknown men, the unknown gunmen, they are protesting. Everybody is protesting. So the situation right now, everybody is protesting. So my anger is not towards the doctors. It's towards the government of the day, the so-called leaders.
Yeah, but there's an argument. There's a school of thought who believes that doctors should not be able to go on strike because they care for people's health and people might lose their lives if they go on a strike.
No, the truth of the matter is, If a doctor that is not well motivated or not well equipped is on duty, it's even more dangerous. It's even more dangerous. So they should be motivated.
More dangerous than having no doctor there at all.
Hello?
More dangerous than having no doctor there at all.
Well, you know, in the medical profession, there is something they say that if you cannot do any good, do no harm. So standing by to do nothing when you know you cannot help the patient so much is one of the things they also believe in. And it's one of the principles of their practice.
Okay. All right, good to hear from you, educator. Join the conversation as well. Top of the hour, we got the news update coming up. Before then, however, what do you make of the strike embarked upon by resident doctors nationwide? An indefinite strike it is. Your thoughts are welcome. Call 0817 923 0002 or 0003 or 0007. Via WhatsApp, NK sent this in. The federal government should attend to them like they attended to LMA Road protesters. That's the way going forward for us in Nigeria. Could even that the strike by the resident doctors is in order. Can you imagine that in UPTA since January till date, over 700 staff employed between 2019 to 2020 have not received salaries due to inability of the FG to approve IPs to capture those categories of staff, subjecting workers to poverty, yet they are still coming to work without salaries, including some of the resident doctors. FG should learn how to keep the promise and refrain from playing politics with people's lives. And Amadi sent that in. I've got, interestingly, Amadi from Choba on the line. You're welcome. Please go on.
Good evening, Dayo.
Hello, go ahead.
I am in support of the strike by the resident doctor. Very, very, very much in support. I have an appointment there tomorrow to do, but I think I have to sort out alternatives. Last time I was there, Dayo, I was shocked to hear from a doctor that she has not been paid salary since January to date. A resident doctor. I see that was not enough. I have to confirm from a nurse also. They have not been paid salary. Some categories of workers, just the WhatsApp message you read from somebody also. This is too bad. These are people saving lives. And you're playing politics with them. It's very, very wrong. So whatever they are protesting for, I think they deserve it. Government should offer them.
And you don't feel angry about missing what you were what way to go for? Is it surgery or what?
I don't know yet. I'm still doing investigation. You know, from investigation, then they have to decide if it is surgery or normal medical treatment. I am affected. I'm not happy about it. That's what you do. If they work with anger and hunger, it's more dangerous. It's more dangerous.
So are you going to wait till the strike is called off?
If I can, I've called my one of them who advised me to either go to a private hospital or wait. But if I can wait, I'll go to a private hospital. It's an unfortunate thing.
Quite so.
I know that UPTA is far more better when it comes to expenses. That's the way it is now. Someone need to take care of health.
Absolutely. And I hope you get well soon as well.
Thank you very much.
Ernest from Rumasi is on the line. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Dayo.
Go on.
Dayo, this is so painful because it's unfortunate that my wife, I'm supposed to take my wife to UVTH this week. I went to the health center for my wife has been feeling pain. Abdominal pain, stomach pain, and we went to the health center, we did all the scans. They said they can now give her a prescription. They cannot think so. She has to go and see a specialist in UVTH. And since then, money has not really come around. And this week, by the grace of God, money has come around. Was hoping that this week we'll go to UVTH so that she can see the specialist and know what is wrong and know how to follow it. And today now I'm not hearing that the doctors are on strike.
Yeah.
And you can imagine she has been in pain for over almost 2 weeks or thereabouts now.
Wow.
Just the money I was waiting for so that you can go and get the right prescription and know what to do. And now they are on strike. Listen, our leaders are just toying with our life. Because now the president is outside. If assuming that country that is going to for a medical checkup, they are on strike. Just like our own is on strike here. How will he go?
Well, it's very likely the president's doctors in the UK might be private practitioners. Very likely.
Practitioners with our money, our end money that we pay, the tax we pay is what is using to go and see a private practitioner. Does it make sense? Just imagine what we are going through. Okay, imagine the people that are lined up, hoping that this month at end, they will have money now to go to the hospital, to go and check their health this year and know what next to do. Just imagine everybody now pour down. Waiting for nobody know when. And maybe before they will resume now, the money must have, because if you go to private hospital, the money you budget for government hospital cannot even go half in private hospital. This is a serious issue.
Quite. How's your wife doing?
Well, by the grace of God, she's fine, but she cannot take any medication. She cannot take any drug because it is not prescribed by a physician. So that's just
but did you have the scan or the test done?
What does she have? What?
You said something about a scan or some tests earlier on.
Yes, we did a scan. We did scanners and this thing. The scan. We have a scan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope the strike is called off soon.
That's my prayer too.
Chicos, at the call back if you can. Let's say via Facebook. Tamuro Tekena episode David goes, doctors want to kill innocent masses in their care. What's all this strike about? Can't they lay their issues to the government to look into it once and for all? I pity for the patients at the federal hospitals. May God help them. Obina Uwanga goes, when a doctor goes to the market, he's no different from you. What's your point? I'm not making any point, just asking you questions. Chile Edwin goes, this issue of strike by doctors is becoming suspicious, like having some political connotation. Must it be whenever the president travels out of Nigeria that the doctors will remember whatever agreement reached and breached? These people should stop playing with people's lives, and the government should find a way of checking these misbehaviors from public servants. Now, Chile, it's interesting you mentioned that they will remember agreements reached and breached. So you do concede that agreements were reached. You also infer strongly here that agreements reached have been breached. So, Chile Edwin, are you suggesting that it's okay for the government to reach agreements with doctors and then breach these agreements, but the doctors cannot do anything because they will seem political to you? Esther, good evening, welcome, go on.
Yeah, Daniel, good evening.
Go ahead.
You see, in this case, sometimes where you see how bad this situation is when patients who are already on admission are abandoned. Sorry, let me not use the word abandoned because it's not the fault of the doctors. But when these doctors embark on strike and they can't take care of their patients any longer, some of them who have had surgeries already and they have to be attended to. So their family members will start looking for how to take them out of the hospital and look for a private hospital to continue that treatment, particularly something like surgery or somebody going through a therapy or something. When I had my son, there was a woman I met in the delivery ward. Okay, after delivery, the postnatal ward. And the woman was blind. I didn't know she was blind. She was blind and she had lost her hearing. I was trying to talk to her and she was not responding until her mother walked in and told me she lost her sense of sight and hearing. What happened? She gave birth in UPCH, and 2 days after she gave birth, they embarked on strike. While they were trying to take care of her and get her to another hospital, she lost the baby.
Oh.
In the course of tackling all of that, I think the woman became very apprehensive, lost her sight, and lost her sense of hearing. Of course, they tried to manage it in a private hospital. Then they now went back home. Like 1 month after the strike was called off, she was brought back to UPC. That was when I met her. It was a pathetic sight, Dayo. And there are so many other cases like that. For those who have not even gone, it's better you can look for an option. For those who are already there and have been attended to, and you have paid certain amount of money or bought drugs, bought drinks, and all of that, it is horrifying. It is not an experience that anybody should go through. I don't understand what is wrong with the leadership of this country. Sometimes we just cry. We just cry.
Waiting for pairing. Radio.
Hello? Oh. Well, quite sorry indeed. Mike Paul sent this in via WhatsApp. Hello, resident doctors going on strike. Does this not amount to hurting your nose to spite your face? They are there to hone their skills. So how can this be achieved if they'll rather be on strike? That's what Mark Paul. Well, Paul, you may have a point. But then again, if they say that they're not being trained as well, what exactly would they be honing? And also, if they're not being paid their salaries, or their salary shortfalls, or there's some other issues, I mean, that also is a problem. Yes, they're being trained, but then again, the question is, are they being trained as they're supposed to be trained? I remember, even though they're going, they're being trained, they're also being paid for their services as well. So if they're not being paid, or being paid as when due, or being paid what they're due, might that not affect their service delivery also? Let's see. Greetings, Diane. Protest strikes is now a new normal in the state, in the country. I support the resident doctors. In year would not walk off from Paul who sat that in. It's a pity that those who save lives are forced to down tools. Our leaders are not doing well simply because they have means to travel out. Why wouldn't there be brain drain when our professionals are not treated well? Don't forget, we go to the same market, pay the same house rent, and their children pay school fees. Government should be serious with governance. And Samson Berry Billy said this: the patients are not abandoned. Consultants will now do their jobs and justify their big salaries. Oh, Samson, I'm sure if the consultants could do all the job, as you're suggesting, then we may not have very much need for the resident doctors. Matters will just keep them in class, and then when they become consultants also, we can then push them to the hospitals or to the wards to go attend to patients. I imagine there's a reason we have the resident doctors attending to patients also, I suppose. Michael Ebermeyer goes, you think government should take whatever steps to address the issues and have the doctors back at work immediately, because there is a lot of illness in the air at this time. A visit to the private facilities will convince you, like I've seen myself since Monday, not every person or family can afford treatment at a private clinic. Anyways, hopefully this matter will be resolved as soon as possible, I suppose. Hopefully. Commercial break now. We've got the news update for the hour at 5 p.m. And next up, Festus Oguche joins me afterwards as the Kaduna State government has filed fresh charges against Ozagzaki. Do please stay with us.